Besties, what if I told you that Netflix hit me up a few days ago, inviting me to this event called FYSEELA, which basically showcases all of their latest TV series. And for tonight's event, we're going to be watching Nobody Wants This, which features Kristen Bell. And if you know anything about me, I am absolutely obsessed with her. Tonight's going to be super cool because not only do we get to see the show, see the cast, and potentially even meet some of them, but it's hosted at the Academy Museum, and I've been really wanting to go. So I'm excited that I get to go, especially for something like this. So shout out to Netflix because I'm excited. So come with me because tonight's gonna be super fun, and let's do this. After you, go on. We made it inside. I mean, check it out. It's iconic that Netflix is hosting it at the Academy Museum. I have no idea what to expect. Mind you, I've never been here. So I'm just excited to be here. So let's explore a little bit. We got here early. So let's go see what we find. It's pretty cool. I like this one. Monsters. Motion picture. Pretty cool. But anyways, it's finally time to go watch Nobody Wants This. I'm super excited, so let's head into the theater, shall we? So we found our seats, besties, and we're right in front. Like, they're gonna be like right there, which is like pretty crazy. Again, we're here for the FYC event, and tonight we're watching Nobody Wants This. I'm pretty gassed. So now we wait. I'm pretty sure we're gonna watch a few episodes, and then afterward, like I said, the cast is right here, so that's gonna be sick. So here we go.
It's not us. What's that?
Besties, don't be fooled. I have no idea how we ended up here. The fact that Netflix just invited me out of the blue is pretty cool. But anyway, how am I supposed to act normal when Kristen Bell's gonna be right there?
Welcome to Netflix FYCLA, or Nobody Wants This. We will be screening episode 101, followed by a conversation with the cast and crew. Please silence your cell phones and enjoy the show. Producer Sarah Foster and creator, executive producer, and writer Aaron Foster.
I just want to welcome you to a special, I gotta get this right, a special Television Academy event for Nobody Wants This. You just watched the pilot, hopefully not for the first time. Okay, so we're going to talk to the cast. They're here, and we're going to talk to some amazing creative people from behind the scenes. And we're going to have a really great conversation with everybody. So, do you guys want to see the actors? I think they're like, just where's Adam Brody? Bring them out. I know. Okay, so without further ado, Kristen Bell. She stars Joanne. Yeah. Hi. I was going to like high five you or something.
I just saw you. So that's okay.
Kristen,
that's
looking.
Good.
Can you please put your legs away? You're being really inappropriate.
I have like a thing. I have like a thing I got to do with these things.
There you go. You got it now. Nobody take any upskirt pictures, please. Okay. That would actually be good for the show.
Don't do it.
That would be good for the show. Yeah, actually, can you? Okay. Adam Brody, will you please come out?
I didn't find it unprofessional.
You didn't?
I mean, I guess I find podcasts unprofessional in general.
Wait, really?
But I'm just kidding.
They are. They are. They're unhinged. Okay. Justine Loop, please see the stage. Yes.
Say again.
Is Timothy your stage name?
In formal events, I prefer Timothy, but just around, I prefer Tim. I don't know. I like.
Okay.
In like a, you know.
So should I reintroduce you as Timothy?
That would be great.
Okay. Okay, and next up, it's going to be a big surprise for you guys, but Timothy Simons is here to play Okay, and then we are rounding it out with Jackie Tone, who plays Esther.
Hello, everybody.
I was like, my feet hurt. Is it Timothy or Tim? Can I sit down? So, the show premiered back in September. It has since been nominated for a Golden Globe, Critics' Choice Award and was named one of AFI's Television Programs of the Year, which is a huge honor. I made sure to frame that one. And also, Adam won a Critics' Choice Award for Best. Yeah!
No male lead in Hacks.
We have some very exciting news to share. Adam, you're going to do the honors again because you've already mentioned it once, but nobody picked it up, which was great.
Okay, I can say the premiere date of
Yes.
season 2.
Oh, are you sure, Aaron? It's okay?
Ted said it's okay.
Did Ted tell you that?
October 23rd.
Yes.
2026. Maybe there's a leading. It's 2025. I thought we were doing jokes.
When you said that, I was like, it's 2026. I believed you. Guys, what would you say to each of you makes your character stand out for you, and what drew you most to playing this character?
Does anyone have anything that jumps out at them?
Yeah, what made your character stand out?
Of course I do.
Do it then.
What
Take
you
it while
got?
I can.
I mean, I'm just not what am I doing? You know, I'm just me. So I think what I like about the question is that baked into it is that I had a lot of options. You know, it's like, why this of anything? It's like, well, I wasn't working, no one was hiring me, I had nothing going on, and I went on an audition. That's why. Thank you. I just love this idea, like, I'm Leo DiCaprio. It's like my agent's like screening everything. It's like, no, I go on audition for literally Little House on the Prairie the other day. That's not a bit. So when I read Esther to short answer the question, I was like, are you joking me? I'm literally trying out for Little House on the Prairie and all these other things that make no sense for me. Timmy, go to the well. Papa, what? Are you okay? And so I got this script. I was like, this woman's snarky Jewish mouth comes right out of my face. This is wonderful. This is the biggest dream come true ever to even be auditioning. And so you wrote the absolute of it, and it just was a dream to read and even try to be part of.
I do think I have my answer. So I think that I was immediately attracted to the tone of your writing. You capture a hyper-realistic comedy, like almost in the way Seinfeld did, where like the whole 30 minutes was about soup or a bagel or like that someone's date didn't smile or something so small and tiny, but they were able to chomp on it and make a meal of it because you were extracting all of these real life details that people go through. And I think oftentimes when you watch fictionalized stories, there's so much fantasy out there, and like I love sci-fi as much as the next guy, but it's not hyper realistic in any way, shape, or form. So I liked that. I really liked that even though I'm married and I'm on a different track than Joanne, I was very aware of how many of my girlfriends were going through what Joanne was going through. They're on dating apps, they hate it, they're in their 40s, they're like, is this ever going to happen for me? I feel old, but I feel young. And so I was very attracted to representing that. Yeah, it just wasn't anything I'd ever done before. And I wasn't like that, like, oh, this is so me. But I thought, oh, this would be a really fun challenge. And I just loved the script so much.
Adam?
The thing that stuck out to me, a couple things. One, it was like a very, very fun and fresh romantic comedy with Kristen. And I thought, like, what an amazing dance partner. We could have a great time doing this. The other thing was, which I initially almost winced at for a second, that I quickly grew to like love and realized that's maybe the most interesting thing about it for me, is the religiosity of it, you know, and I'm, you know, not a rabbi. And you know, at first I thought, oh, well, I'm out of my depth there, but then that's what makes it acting, that's what makes it fun. That'll be fun to research and broaden my knowledge about that. And then once we started rounding up a posse, it got real exciting.
I just want to say, I mean, one thing, just really quickly, and I want to shout out somebody that's going to be out in a moment, incredibly funny, and I really love the idea of, like, there is sort of like an overlap of supporting characters in romantic comedies that I've always been a fan of and that I think are really funny, and the script's very funny. But I think the moment it really clicked for me was in the first fitting with our costume designer, Nagar, who's here and will be in a second. because she was the one that brought in this like scumbag West Side expensive LA guy that I had not considered at all. And when she was like, "This is what I'm thinking," I was like, "That is the most fun ever seen," and it really kind of changed it like right away. And so I want to shout out Nagar for that, because that really opened it up in a lot of ways that I hadn't been thinking.
I feel like I was attracted initially to Kristen's name, obviously, because she's just so delightful to watch, and I'd heard only the best things about her. And then I read the sides, and I felt like I could hear the characters so clearly. I was like, oh, I get this dynamic really clearly. And then I kind of did a little bit of research and heard your guys' actual voices, and I was like, oh, I've heard these women before when I read it. And that was just like such a telltale sign that it was like really clearly written, and that, you know, Sarah, I know you don't like me saying that Morgan's anything like you, but I definitely was like, oh, I heard Sarah before I heard Sarah's voice. And then I think I had a similar experience to Tim, where once I got there, it just became more and more rich. And I think that, you know, she's such a goofy character, and I feel like I got to kind of go even more off the tracks, even into this year, like just farther off the tracks and more and more sloppy. And it's just been such a joy. It's been really, really fun. And I think I just started off with just like, you know, some little bits. Also, like, I have a hang up of it. If you're, no matter how big of an actor you are, if you want to roll really badly and they're asking you to audition, the director, whose mind it's going to sort of come from, is asking you to audition, and you say no, you have already lost the plot.
Exactly.
Well, and on top of that, it's just like, this might be my only chance to play this part that I like loved reading. Like, I had a lot of fun reading the script. I had a lot of fun with the sides, and I was like, if this is the one chance that I get to do the part, then I get to do the part for 15 minutes with Kristen Bell in a chemistry read. Like, that's great.
Spoken like a true thespian. Adam and Kristen, everyone is talking about your amazing chemistry.
Can I just also start this as a header? I'm not sitting away from you because I'm like mad at you. I'm not wearing pants, and I have to sit in a very specific position. So this is not like.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm also not wearing pants. We didn't even talk about that beforehand.
You guys should try pants.
I wanted to clarify.
Understood.
Okay, so you don't think we had chemistry in our other projects?
Not that I mean.
Don't ask that question. Maybe don't bring that up.
To paraphrase myself, I think what I was saying was that it is the beauty of the way these characters are set up. And of course we have good chemistry, but so much of it, it's not like in every story it would pop off the screen. It has to do with the way these characters are introduced and the track that's laid and for us to get to play. And it is a harmony of actors and writers.
Kristen was attached to the show immediately when Netflix bought it, and then we went on the journey to find who was going to play Noah. And day one, Kristen said, "It's Adam Brody." She did.
You said
I never get tired of hearing the story.
I said, don't listen.
I'm saying that wasn't a joke.
Oh, you said it. You never get tired.
Yeah,
I thought you said you're tired of it.
No, I love it. Tell again.
I said it's going to be Adam Brody. I said to that writer's room, I was like, you guys can have as much to explore as you want, and I know you will, and you'll go international, and you'll audition everybody, but I'm just telling you right now, it is Adam Brody. So let me know when you figure that
You
out.
were literally like, that's cute. You want to look at auditions and see, that's so cute, but it's going to be Adam Brody.
Sometimes you just have a feeling about it, and I know.
They're like, what made you think it was Adam?
Because Adam, well, first of all, Adam is
Go
one
on.
of my favorite people to watch for a variety of reasons. Number one, much like Sarah, he's weird and makes non-obvious choices sometimes when they're, he makes unforeseen choices. Not every moment. It's not like he's like Jim Carrey and you're like, what's he doing? You're just, you keep people on your toes. And also, you're one of the most natural people to watch. Like,
I mean, I really appreciate it. In fairness, I'm not. I think everyone here is equally as natural. But
That's true. But I think we've compiled.
What if you ranked us like 1 to 5?
Natural.
Oh boy, if you do that,
I wanted to put you
guys on the spot. I thought that
Not only is Nobody Wants This a love letter to LA, but it's also made in LA, and some of our LA-based crew. First up, we have our editor, Maura Corey. She received costume designer, Nagar Ali Klein. Casting director Colin Daniel, please come out. Kate, Nagar, let's talk about these outfits. Okay, everyone's obsessed with the looks on this show. The wardrobe, it just felt very like real, very lived in. So what are some of your favorite looks for the season, and how did you decide what each of everyone's styles was going to be?
Oh gosh, that's a really hard question. My favorite look. Well, it was amazing, you know, to see the overwhelming response to the costumes. And I loved all of the costumes, but if I had to choose one that really stands out, I think it would be Joanne's all red costume for the temple at the end of episode 1, where her and Noah reunite. You know, it was scripted that it was supposed to be this, you know, iconic cinematic moment. And she comes into this space, she's a fish out of water. It was important for her to stand out. But I felt like this scene was also about desire and love, and I thought that the all red sort of played into that really well.
A lot of that is luck, right? Like this group of people could have been any group of people, and it would be a different show. And so it's like a lot of it is luck, and we were really lucky at this show. You want to work with people who are passionate about working with you and working on your project. Like that's so important. So, Maura,
Yes.
talk to us.
Yes.
Okay, talk to us about the
Great
pilot.
question.
What's like a risk you took that paid off? You know, something
In the
that you're like,
pilot, we talked about tone in the interview.
yeah.
And one of the things that going in, even into editing the pilot, was making sure that all the characters felt like people you knew.
Yeah.
Like that you could meet in the real world and not have it be some sort of like trope.
Some of my favorite moments, and I would say, if I have any advice for any aspiring anyone in the film industry, if you can get into the editor's office, like my favorite moments from this last season was sitting on your couch, eating bagels, and just watching you work.
Yeah.
And like asking you about the terms and what are you doing and why are you pulling that up, and then you'd explain to me what you're. It was so.
I mean, we work alone so much, it's great to have people around.
Say no more.
Hey, Laura. Come on. Hey, seriously, though, it's really great to have the perspective of people who can help you shape the story.
We are going to be hanging out afterwards. I don't know if do you guys know what this party theme is? It is Miriam's Bat Mitzvah from season 1 finale. It is a big bite of the Big Apple. Bite of the Big Apple? Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys.
So that was such a fun Q&A, and we got to watch the first episode of the show. And let me tell you guys, I did not expect the cast to have immediate chemistry on and off screen. So I think right now we're gonna head to the reception, which is like Big Apple theme, which I'm pretty excited about. I still can't believe we were a row away from Kirsten Bell. Unfortunately, we didn't get to say hi, but hey, at the end of the day, I'm just happy to be here, and the fact that they're gonna throw a reception, I'm hungry. Like a girl can eat, so I'm just excited to get food.
If it's what I think it is, and we're going to the rooftop, this is gonna be the littest party ever.
I'm so excited because we're all hungry.
This is the only way to experience this museum.
Yeah, this gonna be sick.
Oh my god, we are going to the rooftop.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Guys. Oh, this is a reception. No way! Are you kidding me? We're at the top of LA. So we officially are at the reception, the after party at the Big Apple. What's fun about this is we're trying to get food, but everyone's hungry. I feel so bad for the caterers because it's like we're chasing after them. Thank you. Yes, we got food. Besties, when I tell you Netflix knows how to throw a reception, I was living my best life with all of the food and drinks. If there's one thing about me, if food is present, so am I, so it's time to go in. I'm gonna need a lactate, but we live. And listen, I'm not afraid to admit I was being a total foodie when all of a sudden Adam Brody shows up, so of course I had to say hello. You're right. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. It's so cool to see that the cast comes out to talk with everyone that's here. Obviously, I got a split second, but Adam is such a sweetheart. You know, he was a trooper through that. But do you guys hear that? I think it's the dance floor calling.
I can't let you go, baby. I just wanna tell you that. No, 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 no. Yeah.
Remember to hydrate.
All of my friends say, girl, you better
We
take
shut the
that.
party down. Literally stayed here until that's wraps. But everyone was super sweet, so what a great night. Whew. And just like that, the FYCLA event is over. What a fun time. I gotta say, the vibes are definitely off the charts. I mean, you put in food, some good drinks, and definitely the vibes with the music, and it was just a great night. Again, thanks to Netflix for inviting us out, and we even got a snack to go. So that was my very first time at the Academy Museum, and I gotta say, it was a memorable night. This never gets old, so thank you guys for watching. Again, thank you, Netflix. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I think I ate onion. I don't like onion. But the burger is good, so I'm gonna see it through.